Hey, so the party you got this weekend, it's
Hmm.
it's what you gotta do a lot to get ready for it.
Um, Not really, cause I already been in the venue. So as far as outside decoration, it's probably ain't really much for real. Just getting the people in there, make sure everything ran properly before they get there, and then after that, we ready to roll. Yeah, simple math for real. It's kind of I'm used to it now after all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How long you been throwing parties?
man, shit, I've been throwing parties since I was 16,
For real?
16 or 7, 16, because I was still in high school. Yeah, I was 16. Yeah.
That's kind of how I want to start the interview because I know like you got some people who didn't really do it their whole life and then snapped one day and just got
Jump
into
into it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you got the people that in all different fields. Like you got the kid that was rapping as a kid, like Lil
Hmm.
Wayne type shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Then you got the dudes that ain't start rapping till they was like 20 type shit.
yeah. I mean, that's normally how you catch your feel though. Like you just kind of most people, well, the ones I know, they don't really jump into it as like I want to try this. It's like you might have threw like myself. I threw a graduation pool party, and the shit surprised me. You know what I mean? My mother like talked me into it. She was like, "Yo, you need to throw a party. Like you know so many people." I'm like, "Man, I don't know them people." She like, "They know you." So it's value in that. So I tried it. 500 people.
For real.
Yeah, I was like, damn, it's crazy. And I knew or saw at least 70% of these people before. So I was like, all right, well, let's see what happened. And I did it again. I did it again the end of that summer. I did it in June. And they was like, yo, you got to have another one. I'm like, man, all right, I'll do another one next year. They like, man, nah, you got to do it again for the summer out. So I did it again, same turnout. So I'm like, damn, it's 2 months later, the same thing. So,
You
and
had to keep doing it.
yeah, the following year I did it with no flyers, just word of mouth, 350 people. So I was like, all right, well, yeah, I might got something. So from there, it just kind of catapulted until up until now. Obviously, I'm blessed to still be able to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I got it kicking off.
So you think you got so it was the events before you did the fashion.
No, actually, I was doing the fashion before then. I was kind of doing it for myself though. Like I wasn't doing it to sell to nobody else. I just always like to do different shit, wear different shit. So I experiment with different fabrics and stuff like that. And my friends took a liking to it. Then their friends took a liking to it, and they started buying the shit off of them. So I'm like, y'all selling my shit? Like, you know what I mean? They like, yo, they want to buy it. So or I'll be out, and they'd be like, yo, where you get that shirt from? They be like, he made it. And then it just snowballed, you know what I mean? And then from then, it became a business. But you young. All you thinking is you making the paper, so you just thinking it's something to keep some money in your pocket. I ain't really take it serious, honestly, until that was my first brand. My first brand was called Hold Your Own, and then Huey came after that. So
How'd you feel like having to like change your brand like
um,
and then I heard that it was booming like
yeah,
before you
it
before
was booming, but it kind of felt like if I felt stagnant because at the time everybody had brands that was like same old or some like something that's made up. So
and
mine
that,
was
that was
called.
more DC or that was out here.
No, that was here.
Oh,
DC was here. Yeah,
DC
I
was
mean it was
shooters. DC
Yeah,
was
shooters.
yeah.
Yeah, they had shooters. What's the other shit? Hobo, Madness. They had a lot of stuff down there, but we kind of had our own thing going on. So we had same old motions, and a lot of other guys really were just behind. We all one, but they was kind of both of us. But a lot of other brands kind of mimic what they did. You know what I mean? So. But it was around that time when I came up with Hold Your Own because it was really one word. It was HOJAON, but the last O had like a hyphen over it. So it made it say own. But it was like, it felt like stagnant because nobody could understand, nobody could pronounce it. So it was like, they say Hold Jan, Hold John. So I got annoyed with the shit like, yo. And I was already growing from it. So I'm like, bro, I need to change to something else. So that was when I went to school for a second. It was still booming, but I took the risk of being like, yo, y'all trust me this far, just see what I do next, you know what I mean? And kind of people have been that way with me since forever. So when I try new things, they'd be like, hesitant, but then everything end up, unfolding. So it
Yeah.
work itself out. Yeah.
That's how I felt with the floaters because I went from like freelancing, shooting narrow to like a personal brand and like
Mm-hmm.
with the floaters, it was kind of like a big transition to now the Shooting Arrow kind of don't. I mean, that's still my name, but like as far as like the brand don't kind of exist no more.
Yeah.
People not really hitting me up for like the freelance music videos and stuff like that. So looking back, it was kind of a sacrifice, like to promote something new, because you can't do that but so many times.
Yeah, sacrificing is rewarding, man. You gotta, if you want something that comes with it, you know what I mean? And then even you having the floaters, that's your foundation. So now you got something to build from where you don't have to depend on the freelance, version of yourself. You know what I mean? Now they can come to you. Or now it's really cross-branding because you're still doing the videos in exchange. They could be coming here for interviews and y'all building each other. You know what I mean? So
right.
That's the way to look at it. But yeah, sacrifice is reward, man. It should be, you know what I mean, if you want it enough. So
yeah,
for sure.
I bet, yo. Hey, yo, it's Floaters TV. We got a very special episode, man. One of the biggest guests we had on the platform so far. Like, when you think about clothing in Baltimore, Maryland, the East Coast in general, especially on the independent tip, like the black-owned tip, you gotta think of Huey Brand, man. Like, I'm Shooting there. I'm here with
Larry Love.
Yeah. So, talk about like, cause like my mans and them, Chris and Jody, they seen your brand, but they might not have known Larry Love. So how do you feel about having a brand that might be bigger than you as an individual?
To be honest, man, that's how I wanted it. You know what I mean? That's how I felt like that was what was going to tell me if it was really a good thing or not. You know what I mean? Because it's a difference when people know you, they just support you. And a lot of times they support you one time. I always tell people, like, I don't really care for support. You in my way or somebody else way that might really want this product. So you buy just to say I'm supporting you and you put it to the side, don't never wear it. It's like, yo, somebody else see a little more value in this than you may do. So I still appreciate it, but, I'd rather it be, I'd be walking past people and be like, yo, I like that hoodie or whatever. And they be like, thank you. And I don't even know it's me, so I get a kick out of that. You know what I mean? Like, I always been that way. Like, I like the mystique of, being behind the brands and you just, like, let it speak for itself. You know what I mean? You doing your job. You know what I mean? So.
Do you think it's a thin line between stopping them, like, yo, that's my shit, versus, like, just letting the mystique go? Like,
I think it depends on who it is, but I get a kick out of that, man. I don't be trying to let people know that it's me. You know what I mean? Because it just feel good to be like, yo, because we don't know who own a lot of the brands we wear, design we wear. So it's like, that could be, it's like you walking in a nightclub and you at the bar drinking and it's a guy next to you and he just taking shots with you. You don't know he own a spot, but you just kicking it with him. He walk off or whatever. He might have just told the bartender it's on him or something and he walk away. You find out later, like, damn, the whole time that was him. So
yeah,
I always thought they was the coolest niggas in the world. So I always been that kind of person, you know what I mean? So. And then the brand speak for itself when it's that way, you know what I mean? Versus like, oh, I'm getting it. And then some dudes might not get it because it's you. You know what I mean? So it's a flip side to all that, and I don't really be having too many issues with dudes or whatever, but it's a balance to it, you know what I mean? But either way, I prefer it to be that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to watch grow on its own.
So moving back, like, to where we kind of started at, like, were you like a sneakerhead growing up?
Yeah. Kinda. I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead. I just like different stuff, man. Like, I ain't never really been like the trendy guy. Aside from Jordans and stuff like that, like, we all wanted them, you know what I mean? But I was always the one trying new stuff. So I buy something that nobody else got, and they might take a liking to it because how I wore it, you know what I mean? So, right. But I just never caught on the wave of being like, yo, I gotta have every joint that come out. Certain ones, like, you had to have. But most of that stuff, if I had what everybody else had, I probably had a different color or something like that. So I was that kind of sneaker person. You know what I mean?
Like, you might wait, let the first one come out, everybody spending money on that drop, then you get the next one.
Yeah, or I'm looking for something unique or whatever. Like, when we was younger, I would go to, like, Sabiato in Georgetown. I would go buy sneakers from down there, like foreign sneakers and stuff. So I'm coming back here, and they like, damn, where you get them from? Or they kind of expect me to have the different shit, you know what I mean? I'd go out my way. Before the internet was really that, it was like, we going up to Philly finding stuff, you know what I mean? Like, different jerseys when that was the time. When niggas had the two-tone hats, we might have had the full colors, like, just doing our own thing for real. Not trying to be different, but we just like different stuff, you know what I mean? So that's how it worked out for real.
Did you do now, like, with the clothes, do you ever, like, drop a like a colorway, like, depending on what Jordans dropped that week?
I used to, but now it's so like I try to, but you know, the shit released so fast and so it's so much of it now. It's like hard to keep up. The ones I know, I catch maybe like a holiday weekend or something like that. I know that's to look forward to. But a lot of times now, people kind of either start dressing up and go down, like they start from the shirt. I wanted my pieces to be like you try and find something to wear for this piece versus you try and match the Jordans that came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted that my piece to be the most important piece on your body, and then you start from there, you know what I mean? Versus like, oh, I just bought these Jordans, I ain't got shit to wear with it. I'm gonna go get this hoodie, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah.
Can you talk about like Baltimore style and how that influences the designs you make?
I think Baltimore, man, we got our own style overall, man. It's something unique about us. Like we just got a certain aura, like the way we wear our hats, it might be to the side. Some niggas just let their hat sit on their head, you know what I mean? Like, we just got a certain thing about us, you know what I mean? So I try to instill that in a lot of my pieces, whether it comes to color or whatever, but a lot of times my graphics might be a little challenging to the ones I like taking risks with, you know what I mean? So, for example, this is a new joint, but I just put free world on it, but you know it's like you got free will to do what you want, but the streets watching, his cameras everywhere we at, you know what I mean? So you gotta move smooth like you supposed to.
Oh, that's hard. That's the camera on there?
Yeah, they cameras on the head and shit. So
that's hard.
But that's like, this is a new piece I'm actually dropping this week. But so just challenging but stuff that stay related to the streets, you know what I mean? People that's relatable to people, whether you in or out the streets, you know what I mean? But we all living the same life. We just got different hustles going about it, you know what I mean? So yeah.
And so the new drop, where can people find that at?
At my flagship on 25th Street, 18 West 25th Street, Baltimore, Maryland, or online, Huey Brand store. You know what I mean? If you local, normally go out the next day. You get it the next. I mean, go out the same day. You get it the next day, or if you it might take 2 or 3 days if you like in Texas or something like that. So, yeah.
And when you say flagship, that means you got more than one store?
No, your flagship is like your main joint. You know what I mean? So that's like when you go and go to Supreme in New York, like that's their main joint. Then they got the rest of them. But wherever they at is a flagship store. But flagship, I mean, like that's where you plant your flag. Are you the first one, or this your first store, or your main headquarters of what you do? You know what I mean? So that's your flagship store.
So what about how was the store on Charles Street? That's your first location, right?
Yeah, that's my only location actually.
Oh, so that's still where you at?
Yeah, I'm still there. Yeah. But it's going well, man. I was the second one up there out of all the brands that's up there. LRL was first, and I was on North Avenue. Then I came, and everybody else that came afterwards, and it kind of grew to this big Black Wall Street hub. That I'm proud to be a part of. But yeah, it's going well, man. I'm blessed to still be able to sell out and be still demanding people. You know what I mean? So or people be desiring what I do as an art form. I love it.
Can you talk more about you said Black Wall Street?
Yeah, that's what they call it. We call it, the older people call it Black Wall Street, or everybody do, but people that's from there, we call it Ocean Drive. You know what I mean?
Like Miami?
Or Rodeo Drive, huh?
Ocean Drive like Miami?
Yeah, or Rodeo like LA, you know what I mean? Just our own version of this, a whole designer block. And, unlike most cities, which I don't really see, we all wear our own brands here. So, that's our own, like, depiction of what we got to offer to the world, you know what I mean? Like, when you come here, we want it to be somewhere where you look forward to coming to, you know what I mean? You come to get some good food, and you want to leave with a piece of us. No matter what store you go to, whatever your flavor is or whatever you went to, take it back home with you, you know what I mean? So that was our vision in the end of it, you know what I mean? So that's how it's been going. Everybody's still blessed to be there, still doing well, so.
So it's not really a competition. It's more like you wouldn't really expect somebody to wear Huey 7 days a week. Yeah. You would kind of like it if they wore a different brand the next day. Yeah,
it should be that way, man. Because we need it. It says something about who you are. I always tell people that's like, we kind of like the uniform, our personality. So it's like how our swagger about us, we wanted to uniform that in a way. So it's like, if you was to see a motherfucker in Jamaica, Houston, wherever, you already could tell how he act or how he walk and talk that he from here. But it's more easier if you can spot him with one of these brands on, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
but people come up there and they might come in all the stores. They might hit all the stores. You got certain people who like particular brands, and that's cool, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I ain't never. It ain't competitive on purpose, but you know people. They come from the people for real. It don't really be us doing that, you know what I mean? They be like, no, I don't do that. Or we ain't never, none of us is like that, or not. At least I don't know us to be, you know what I mean?
It's like sports.
Yeah, it's like it's a camaraderie. We all know that we got to coexist, and we got a job to do every time we come up on that block. So
you gotta be in shape regardless. Just
exactly,
to get up the court.
Exactly, yeah. So it's all love with us, man. I'm proud of all them guys, man, for sure.
So you speak of like the strip like Rodeo. So is it like say some out of town like players come out here like they like is it do you know people in different states that wear your stuff?
Yeah, a few guys in Houston, a few guys in Atlanta. Surprisingly, a lot of people in Philly be ordering from me, North Carolina, and that's kind of going off of what I see, you know, from online and stuff like that. So Connecticut is another one that surprised me. I was like, damn, that was crazy. So, but yeah, it be doing well, man. Yeah.
I think like the fashion in Baltimore, like I think it finds success more than a lot of other avenues in Baltimore. Like even with the music, it's like the fashion. I think like the fashion ranks higher than the music for what we're known for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I think with the music thing, I guess that's a natural competitive thing. You know what I mean for music, and everybody got this like bravado thing about them and this braggadocious thing to where it's like I gotta sound better than you, do better than you, but it's like yo, we done seen Atlanta do it, we done seen New York, like everybody know how to get together and really make something happen in order for everybody to get through the door, and it'll happen with them, but then somehow they break apart or one get locked up, unfortunately one get killed. So I don't know, man, it sucks, but with the fashion thing, we all kind of get to be below the radar in a sense, because it's like we just catering to everyday people and the street guys as well. But it's like that ain't really something we care about. As long as we keep it attractive, they gonna keep coming. You know what I mean? So everybody got their own little like rock star thing about them for real in a way. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So so Huey's an acronym. Like when I watched the interview from 7 years ago, you said like you ain't really. It's still kind of under wraps. Like you want to kind of present it in a way that make more sense.
Yeah.
Well, not more sense, but like just like a haymaker. Like right away they understand it.
Yeah. Well, initially it was just Huey, and then the conversation came up with my cousin Derek. He actually the one who came up with the name. The acronym for helping us enjoy youth. But we were just talking about it mid conversation, and then I said it, but then he was like, "Yo, you know that's Huey. You know what you just said?" And I was like, "What?" And I spelled it out and was like, "Oh shit!" So it kind of I always give him credit to that. You know what I mean? But I said it just not even thinking. You know what I mean? And I just kind of always wanted to tuck it for something else that I kind of just don't really speak on until it happens. You know what I mean? So. But it's definitely a whole nother meaning, and it's something else I'm planning on doing with it. You know what I mean? In time, it's actually coming up. So,
okay, yeah. It sounds like it's real like dear to your heart.
Yeah, man. It's something I've been working on for a minute behind closed doors or whatever. But I be kind of superstitious with stuff, so I don't be trying to jinx it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So or speak too soon and somebody try to steal the shit. It'd be fucked up out here, man. So.
Yeah, I learned that because it's like before I like to like create it in front of you, so it's like you can see me, you know I'm
as it's
trying,
yeah.
But then it's like now I can see how if I just would have created that behind closed doors and showed you when I was ready, and then it'd been more powerful than than you seeing all the hiccups and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but the hiccups is cool if you let people into your process. I think people enjoy watching other people's journey more than seeing them make it. You know what I mean? Like people love the grind and part of you, like seeing you get there. Let's say to your first million. But it's like once you got it, it's like some people might switch up and be like, nah, he used to be this, so I know him as that, and whatever the case may be. That that's their own problem for real. But
yeah. Or they start like looking at you like in your personal life, like what he doing for other people.
Yeah, man. A lot of people project their own situation or life or troubles upon you because, sometimes their life ain't going like they planned. So they trying to find a reason to keep you where they at in a sense, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But you just got to keep trucking, keep doing what you do.
Yeah. But speak about the community, like, so I know like with the fashion, you probably got to do like clothes drives or like different type of stuff. Can you speak about that?
Well, that's one of the things I'm planning on doing actually. I always wanted to do. I just didn't want to do the typical like the regular stuff you've seen all the time. So I kind of, but my whole goal is to really like tap in more with the youth for real, especially young boys for real. So it's like I got some plans and I've been working with some other people. I really been eyeballing them to see how they doing things, but I'm like, you kind of want to pick who you want to connect with or who would be a good fit for what you're trying to do. So I'm scaling everybody right now, you know. So when it's time, it's definitely gonna happen.
No, that's fire though, because like especially with the social media age, it might be different what you're talking about, but you could want to do something with somebody, and then you might just take 3 weeks and just watch how they move on the gram. You might be like, I might want to fall back.
Yeah, you got to scale people, man, and really see them for every angle or what their real purpose is or whatever. Some people might just be doing it and then doing something else in the background, you know what I mean? So it's like whoever, I'm a genuine person, so I move off that energy. If it don't feel right, it ain't right to me. So I just I ain't gonna chance it. But if I know you somebody that's sincerely like, yo, listen, if you on me about it, like, yo, listen, this is what I do. So if you want to come over here and get with me, I need you to be fully committed. So I respect it and be like, yo, let me be on my A game because I value your time and what you're doing. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. I got a few prospects though.
And I appreciate you for coming on this platform because that's what we try to do, like, genuine vibes. Like,
for sure, man. Thank you for having me. This necessary, you know what I mean? We all need each other for real, you know what I mean? It's supposed to bounce off each other, you know what I mean? So I'm down for it anytime, for sure.
No, I appreciate it.
And it's exposure for me. Shit, everybody don't know me, so I mean, your floaters might have a whole nother world that I'm tapping into or trying to tap into, you know what I mean? So I'm appreciative, man. Thank y'all for having me, for sure.
Problem. I'm from Columbia, and I do a lot of my work in Baltimore. So, like, being in Columbia, I know a lot of PG, DC people. So I feel like this is kind of like, could be like a DMV hub for real.
Yeah. It is, though. We all finding ways to connect. Everything. It's all new to us, for real, man. So everybody getting their feet wet. We getting comfortable with what's going on, but the best part is we doing it together. You know what I mean? So that's the only way we get further. So I'm with it.
And so speaking about like business and team, like I know you don't do everything by yourself, and even if you could, you probably to the point now. I mean, you definitely to the point now where you delegate and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Honestly, man, I'm gonna say 90% of what you see from me, I do myself.
For real?
You know what I mean? Outside of the store, like I had a few people working for me at my store. Whatever. My mom is there now. She like to work there, so I let her do her thing, and of course, she gonna be the one you trust, your mother of all people. So I let her rock out, and she kind of bring a different energy and aura to the place when people come in and they, feel good about purchasing, like as if how I am. I got it from her, so it's like people come in and you'll see. You probably whoever run my store, it's their store, you know what I mean? But everybody I've hired has always been like me, you know what I mean? They stern, but they welcoming, they respectful, you know what I mean? So they kind of mimic what I do. So it's still like I'm there, but that's definitely, that's their joint, so. But everything else from the graphics to, well, obviously not the actual printing process and all that. I don't do none of that, but the designs, picking the fabric, all that stuff, the promotion, marketing, everything you see is me from both parties and clothes.
So what you use, Photoshop?
I use Photoshop. I use a couple little websites and stuff that I'll be finding out for real. So little stuff I'll be getting comfortable with. I didn't know how to do it at first. When I had Hold Your Own, I was using like fabric felt. So I was like cutting little designs and stuff out and then like having like fabric glue on them. So, oh shit, I don't know if I did something.
I think they trying to sabotage us.
It's all good. We still shining, man. We got one light. Honestly, I kind of felt like my purpose in this thing well, with the parties and the clothes, I kind of find joy in putting smiles on other people's faces. So I used to always say, like, that feeling you got when you got your kicks that you wanted for a long time or something like that, and it was so exciting to have. You kind of just was like, it was a joyous moment. So I always wanted to be responsible for that feeling when it came to other people. Like, I valued that more than the fashion itself, like all the seasons, all that kind of stuff. Like, I always been the person like, yo, I find, or just me having a party and everybody like, yo, when the next one, or I only come to your parties. These are things I hear, and I be like, yo, it feels good to hear that. So that's what keeps me going. So that's kind of my why. How do I define success? Shit, man, if you're happy, you know what I mean? So I look at it like, in the end of it, once you're done, is it all worth it, or can it get you to catapult into something else, you know what I mean, as a stepping stone? But as far as success, I don't know, man. I ain't never really gave it no thought. I just keep going. You know what I mean? Maybe that could be a fault of mine. I don't never sit in it. You know what I mean? I kind of just keep going. A lot of people say I don't really take time to really celebrate how far I've come, but I still just be like, yo, I just be wanting more, I guess. I don't know. But not really more in the sense of I need it all. It's just like, this would keep me fueled. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, I ain't doing it to be like, to say I got one of the hottest brands. And I just enjoy doing what I do. You know, even if it came down to me or a small group of people that just enjoy getting this from me as satisfaction, I like keeping people happy. You know what I mean? To some extent. So that's how I keep going. So I think that's success for me. It kind of go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Seeing other people happy about what you do is success. Because some people don't have any of it. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just asked because I was reading and it said that, like, in the book I was reading, it said a lot of people define their success by how many people they help.
Yeah.
And I started looking at it from that perspective, and I was like, I help a lot of people. And then it kind of, like, makes me feel good when I know I'm helping somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I felt like that was an important question.
Yeah.
So you had something that you
Yeah.
built, you curated yourself.
Yeah.
And it helps other people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I was telling Nero, I had a friend. He had a brown, Huey Brand, the brown sweatshirt, Huey Brand on it, and I ain't never seen him that happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Finally.
For a long time, but like, he was kind of fly, so it was like,
Yeah.
I get it.
See.
So,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Life is like a
Cycle.
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
You take control of it.
Yeah. But even down to like helping a lot of other people, even a lot of people on the same block as me that we all love, I kind of played a part in their growth, you know what I mean? So it's like I just find joy in being able to that's why my name Love, that's where it came from, you know what I mean? So I just find joy in being able to be like, yo, I don't need the credit, but just to see you progress in life and knowing I was a part of it is cool with me. I don't need the credit to be like, if you feel the need to say it, that's cool. Just don't act like it ain't never happened, but you know what I mean? But other than that, man, that's why people call me Love, you know what I mean? So it's a natural thing with me. I like seeing everybody shine. So even up and coming designers, I won't say I support all of them. I'll be real. The ones I like though, and I see they persistent and consistent about what they do, I rock with them. I watch them from afar and be like, pull up on them, and they be like, yo, damn, you really. I'm like, yo, this how it was supposed to go. Like this what I ain't see when I was younger. You know what I mean? I got a lot of no's when I was younger. They like, man, I get my stuff done overseas and all this. And I'm like, man, that's cool, but nigga trying to get on. I'm young, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, well, cool. So I kind of vowed to never be that guy, you know what I mean? Like, never too big for the program. It's like, yo, we all here. I'm still here with y'all, you know what I mean? So, but I know how that felt to be like, yo, damn, such and such saying he want to be a part of what I got going on, you know what I mean? So you don't know what I do for people. So I always like being that person, you know what I mean? And it's genuine. It ain't like I just want to see you grow, young, and that's it. You know what I mean? And then from there, you roll with it. And that's anything. Being on here, clothes, whatever the case may be. If I see you really trying to do what you do, that's kind of my nudge to be like, yo, keep going in a way. You know what I mean? So I think we are supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Good look.
appreciate you.
No doubt, no doubt.
You speak about like discernment, like of knowing if somebody's worth having that look or that help, or how like they might not be ready for it.
Yeah. I think a big part of discernment is one experience. You know what I mean? You got to go through some things to know what it feel like and what it should feel like and what it shouldn't. So you know if a person being genuine, if you do have good discernment, you know if a person being genuine, you know if a person kind of slimy or they trying to finesse in a way. And a lot of times you might not know, but that's the whole purpose of going through it. You know what I mean? That's how you get better at it. You know what I mean? So when you just watch people. That's the best way. Like don't tell them you watching. Just let them speak or say whatever they need to. They'll tell you whatever you want to know without you even asking the question. You know what I mean? So that's how I track discernment. You know what I mean? So, and I'm good at it because as many people I help, as many people, not as many, but probably half that amount that crossed me in some way. You know what I mean? Or show some sort of betrayal. But it was like, it ain't affect me because it affect me personally because it's like, damn, but I'm still gonna shine because I'm a light. You know what I mean? I give away to so many people. So it's a process, man. But when you've been through enough stuff or as much as I have, it become easy because you kind of start to put yourself where you be selective about who you get that energy to now. You know what I mean? So like I said, I watch first and I'm gonna see what you on. And then I'm like, oh, all right, I like what they doing. Boom. You know what I mean? And then give my little blessing and that's the way it go.
Yeah.
You know,
and we're gonna see it after this interview.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But y'all, it's everybody. We here, man. We making this happen, man.
Right.
Baltimore has come a long way. We wasn't the most desirable place at one point. We still not to some people. They the people who ain't been here. But everybody who come here now, whether they coming through somebody they knew in college or they coming to get some food, because that's like what's bringing everybody here. They leaving with a different idea of what they thought it was when they go back to wherever they come from. You know what I mean? So that's something we should be proud of, man. We making this city look good in a lot of ways now. So I'm confident in the next 5 years they're gonna be talking about us like they talk about everybody else. You know what I mean? So, and that's gonna be a proud moment for all of us. So we gotta share that together. You know what I mean? So we get these platforms. We on the floaters, man. We gonna let this thing float through the airways, man. See what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we be in there.
What do you think about the negative stereotypes Baltimore has?
That's everywhere, man. But I think here is the media play a big part in that. You know what I mean? The negative stereotypes. But I always, like when I went to college for like 2.5 years, but everybody I bought from school, or people I just met, like for me, I travel a lot, so people I would meet in other places, I bring them here, and I bring them to what they think is bad, and I take them to the nice shit too that they know exists. So I might bring some chicks from Houston here and take them to Sugar Ray's in the middle of East Baltimore. You know what I mean? They like, what the fuck we doing in here? And we go in. They had a time of their life. And they like, what the fuck? They come out drunk. They want to take pictures in front of vacant houses and shit to tell people home. That's how I go. And then I'm going to take you down to Harbor East and you're going to get the fine dining experience and be like, I ain't know Baltimore look like this. You know what I mean? So really with the negative connotation, it's just something we deal with. But everybody got a love-hate situation with us. You know what I mean? Like on the internet, they might say they don't like our accent. But all the girls love it in person. It's weird. I don't know. But it'd be for attention online, man. But people love us. We got a certain thing about us that's just gravitating in a way. And I've watched it happen like, damn, you know what I mean? But I don't know what happened because I know for a long time it wasn't never like that, especially D.C. And they be up here a lot now. So it's changing, man. It's getting better over time because it's kind of hard to fight now. The food bringing everybody here. Once you get here, it's like, oh shit, y'all doing this or what's up? Or you might meet somebody at one of these restaurants and then now you hanging out here a lot, you know what I mean? So it's changing over time, but even the look of it is different. And everybody, it's the same as everywhere else. You got good and the bad wherever you go, you know what I mean? And the good thing, the bad but good thing is a lot of the bullshit that take place in this city really happen where it's supposed to. If a motherfucker catch you down Harbor East somewhere, they really wanted you, you know what I mean? And they know they're going to jail forever if they do something down there. You know what I mean? So you just got to know where to go. That's like me coming to going to Mexico and going to some shit that I ain't never heard of. I ain't got
Right.
no business there. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go certain places when you go certain places. You know what I mean? So that's how I go. But it's a lot of love here, man. When you really get to know the people, you'll fall in love with us. You know what I mean? Our food, I know I keep referencing food, but that's what's bringing everybody there. You know what I mean? But food, swagger, accent, for real, whether they want to admit it or not. Hey, man, we just got a special thing about us, and the world finally catching a hold of dirt bikes, everything. We just got a whole culture within itself. And once you get down here, you kind of want to stick around for a little minute. You know, you feel a lot more comfortable. Like, man, it ain't so bad. I watch people go back and be like, you was in Baltimore. Like, bitch, I had the time of my life. And they were like, for real? And they bring them back. You know what I mean? So they be love, man. They be front. That be for the internet, man. When they come here, it's a lot of love to give out here. As long as you ain't coming on no ill Baltimore, all that bullshit they be saying online, we gonna rock with you. You know what I mean? But if you're not, we gonna deal with you. You know what I mean? That's just our mentality. You know what I mean? So, but we gonna offer love first, always. I don't care what nobody say. But it might be a little rough. We might be like, damn, babe, you fat as shit. But, oh, man, move out the way, that old ass lady coming. But we still got manners. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird, but that's just our thing somehow. I don't know. But, yeah, special place, man.
So what's up with the food, though? Like, what's your favorite spot?
Shit, my favorite spot? Like, carry out or, like, sit in a restaurant? Like,
I guess you can do a list of each.
All right, I'm gonna say if I'm on some sit-in, like, all right, I'm gonna give you brunch, dinner. I'm gonna give you brunch, dinner, maybe lunch. Brunch, I probably would say Poppy Cuisine. Lunch, damn, it's a few spots, man. I go to a lot of the black owned spots. So really, I'm gonna shout them out, like Pop Cuisine, Roses, Black Swan. If you want to put your good clothes on or whatever, and eat good, you know, and have like that upscale black experience in Baltimore. Of course, we got Atlas. They kind of bringing a lot of the notoriety here, but we all know how that go. But you might find a lot of people pulling up on a nice summer day at Lock Bar. You know, we down there just by the water, kicking it. It's a few I'm forgetting. Don't cuss me out, y'all. But we got a lot of good spots, man.
Yeah, cause it sound like you about to go down the list.
Yeah, I'm had them in my head, but I'm like, that Avenue Kitchen is a good lunch spot. Yeah, we got quite a few, man. But a lot of people, Unity, now the Garden. Yeah, we got a lot of nice spots, man. It's getting real upscale around here. I like it. It's real nice, man. Yeah.
Are you into politics?
Nah, I can't say I am. I kind of be in my own little bubble. But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to become more curious about it. I'm going to say that. At least local politics, you know what I mean? Because I didn't think that you could make as much of a difference, honestly. I was one of them people for real. But as I'm getting older, I understand the effects. You know what made me care about the politics and local politics? What? These damn bike trails. Because it's like, yo, we could have voted that out. Like, that shit annoying. It's like it's congesting the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sound like, damn, we could have voted that out if enough people cared about voting. You know what I mean?
It's worse in New York, though.
Huh?
In New York.
Yeah, I know, man.
You'd be lucky you just keep going straight because you made one little slight turn, you would have hit somebody.
Yeah, or you walking and I just was up there the other day. That's crazy you said that. Somebody over here, we was going to Towel. And my homegirl was walking, and the guy came flying up the joint. And I'm like, damn, but you know, up there, they rude by nature, so they like, you know, forget it. But at least up there, they ride a lot of bikes. You barely see people on bikes on these damn trails, and they just in the way. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but yeah, as time is progressing, I'm realizing how important politics is. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I'm getting into it, honestly.
But speaking about how you were throwing pies at 16, it's like a lot of kids now, they got to do the squeegee. Mm-hmm. The squeegee kids. And, like, I don't think they talk about it as much because they slowed it down after you hear about the guy that got killed.
Yeah. So somebody's mother or something. I think the kid, like, did something to his mother, took some money or something. He locked up for it now, right?
Damn, I ain't hear about that.
Yeah, I think it was on Conway and right where Ripley's Believe It or Not used to be. That little turnabout right there. But something happened with some kid, man. I guess one of Squeegee boys, he was said something to him, something to do with the guy's mother. He came back, shot the kid or something. So I don't know.
No, I ain't hear about that. I was talking
You
about,
talking about the kid, the Squeegee kid
yeah,
who killed the white guy?
Yeah.
What
so
about
like,
what you asked me?
So like after that, like they kind of pressed down on it more.
Yeah.
And it's not as prevalent no more. Like you'll see a few, like especially down here, you'll see a few, but it's not how it used to be.
Yeah.
But like how you feel about like kids and like finding avenues to make money, like not because we I'm grown. Like, I don't want no job. Like I'd rather be an entrepreneur and find ways to make money. Can you speak about like just the avenues kids have to for like employment or just ways to make money?
Yeah, I mean, when there's no opportunity, man, we gonna find a way to make it. You know what I mean? So I don't judge them. If anything, they're the only ones I really give money to. You know what I mean? I come from it, so I understand it. You know what I mean? But I don't fault them for it. Is it better ways for them to present themselves to do it? Yeah, but they don't know better. They just hustling. You know what I mean? But like we spoke about the sermon, it's experience. So it's like it's like when we was young, you kind of gauge who you would throw a rock at what car you would throw a rock at. If it was a nice car, if it was somebody white, you didn't give a fuck. If it was somebody black, you taking the risk. They might get out, whip your ass, chase you, whatever. So it's kind of like, but I don't know if it's a thing that we just had when we was younger, but they kind of pick and choose who they do it to. Because I see them, like they might walk past my car, but go to a woman car or a white man car, white woman car, whatever, you know what I mean? So they kind of got it, but they figuring out as they go, man. Like it's opportunity. It's more opportunity than it used to be, but the average kid in the hood, they ain't got no computer, you know what I mean? So they don't know how much access is really out there. So they just gonna start with what they saw. Like, all right, well, my homeboy been gone for 8 hours and he squeezing, he come back with $300. It's like, well, shit, I'm gonna try, you know what I mean? So you only know what you see in most cases when you're young, you know what I mean? Unless you become curious about something outside of what you're used to seeing. From there, you make a decision like, well, I'm gonna try this out. So you might be squeezing, I might want to wash cars, you know what I mean? Anything. So I don't never judge them for it, man. They figuring it out. You know what I mean? So even if it was to ever get out of line, let's say they say something crazy, I'm mature enough to be like, yo, look, this is how you supposed to do this versus going back and forth with them. I'm a grown man, you know what I mean? So, and I understand they plight. So I'm like, yo, listen, this is how you should do it if you want to do it, you know what I mean? And be careful with how you doing it because everybody not gonna respond to you how I just did, you know what I mean? So but I show love to them, man, because I understand it. So it's like they figuring it out. When they get older, they'll find a different path. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I did see they was missing a lot though. I ain't been seeing them as prevalent no more. It used to be deep pulling up at the light.
Yeah, they was talking about it. I listen to the AM radio, like just to hear like the crazy thing, like the Republicans and conservatives be saying. Like it's like entertainment kind of like.
Yeah, but see the problem with that is a lot of people when the media, man, like they talking to people who don't come from where we come from. So to them it's like they badass kids. And it's like, yo, they just trying to make something happen for themselves. Like in most cases I've seen a few probably go off, but in most cases they might have came across somebody who having a bad day, or vice versa. You know, it could be the kid or it could be the person in the car. You know what I mean? And then it just got out of hand because I'm having a bad day and you just in my way right now. So it's unfortunate, but these people don't understand our lives because they don't come from it. So to them, they like, man, that shit is bad. Everything is just bad. Like, yo, it started from somewhere. You know what I mean? Won't you snatch two of them up and go show them how to do this so they ain't got to do that? You know what I mean? Or all from a different opportunity that could be, a gateway to what they doing. Like, all right, well, so you doing this, let's come over here and get the whole we're going to do a car wash day at my job, career day or something, and get everybody car wash, and we can get y'all paid like that. Like, off opportunity versus just kicking them to the side or just treating them like they ain't nothing, you know what I mean? Because that's how you get the worst out of people, especially young people, because they ready for it. Unfortunately, because they dealing with everyday life. They like, yo, look, I'm just trying to make something happen for myself and my family. We don't know what they come from. We don't know what they got to go home to, you know what I mean? So it's something to be considerate of, but them people don't know us, man.
Yeah. It's definitely ignorant.
Yeah, man. But it's sad because it ain't even one of their fault. Like, nobody know. Everybody trying to figure it out. They just trying to get home from work. And they live out in the suburbs or by the water or something. And the kid live in the projects, but he like, look, man, this our meeting ground. Like, what we going to do? I need something from you if you're going. It's like a toll when you come in the city.
Yeah.
You got to pay your toll and, go about your business. So have your dollar or something waiting for them to avoid the bull crap, just here.
Yeah,
I already see you coming, take $1 away about your business, or I simply don't have it. You know what I mean?
A good attitude with it.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate, man, but it is what it is.
Do you have kids?
Nah, I don't.
How you feel about it like that? Like, you feel like it's a time for it to happen?
Possibly, man, but I want a family. I don't no disrespect to anybody who not with the children's other parent, but I wanted to be on purpose. You know what I mean? I want to be able to plan like, yo, listen, because when I'm ready to chill, it's all about my children after that. So that's my idea of it, to be like, yo, let me take my time. And I've learned from my parents having me young and what they had to go through. So it's like, yo, I wanted to be a full-on secure man to where I know, like, yo, I got life figured out now. I know me enough to know that I can teach this child how to become an adult as well. You know what I mean? Not we figuring it out together. So
Right.
That's my take on it. You know what I mean? And I probably just got lucky. I done had my skids, but you feel me? But luckily, I guess it wasn't my time. Excuse me.
So can you speak about like being an entrepreneur, being successful, making your own schedule, seeing the fruits of your labor. Like, how is it like interacting with everybody else who might be going to a 9-to-5 in your life?
Shit. You know what's crazy, man? Entrepreneurship is harder than a 9-to-5 because you got to work way more than everybody else. Got a schedule. They got a set of assignments they do daily. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So it makes it easy. It's secure for them. Us, we got to figure it out. The bad part about us, man, we don't never know when it might be over. Because tomorrow they can stop desiring what I got to offer the world. You know what I mean? So and I got to figure it out from there, come up with something else. So, but I'm used to it now. I ain't got no issue with it. You know what I mean? But everybody got to do something. You know what I mean? So I don't never be on those like, oh, this person work. Man, it's especially now. It's rough out here. So you got to do everything however you can do it. You know what I mean? So if you need to get a job, get a job. Even if you used to be an entrepreneur and ain't working out, you gotta get a job real quick, get your paper back, and jump back into it, man. It's all in what you want. So
Yeah. Speaking of falling back, like, have you ever took breaks?
hell yeah. I take breaks like 3 times a year.
Do people know?
Huh?
Do people know?
I think it show, you know what I mean? So some people could tell from I might be putting out some of the same stuff, but it's kind of like a breather. I call them water breaks, you know what I mean? Like just sit down for a minute, get yourself together. That way you got time. If you just exhausting yourself, you keep putting stuff out, you ain't really letting your mind your gears really run, you know what I mean? So for me, I think breaks is necessary, man. I take them all the time, whether I want to or not, you know what I mean? That's the crazy part because you kind of have to, it's necessary. You gotta do it. Because if you don't, you're gonna run yourself dry. And like I said, when you take care of your work will take care of you. You know what I mean? So it'll show. People could tell like, damn, yo, what's up? You know, whether it's the clothes or the party thing. You know what I mean? You might be draining yourself trying to keep throwing parties or whatever. So over time you learn your peak. So I know my peak is summer. Like that's when I go out. That's when I care the most about doing events. I could be more creative, whatever. The fall, everybody kind of trying to chill, get their stuff back together. They got children to look out for. Christmas coming up, holidays, so it's different stuff. So you kind of you gotta float with it. No pun intended. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Nah,
but
yeah. Float is like it's like a buzzword. Like
yeah, for sure.
I had that joint all day, and like, you know what else I had? Narrow. My name Narrow.
Mm-hmm.
I had Narrow. And that stands out to me because, like, in business and branding, it's better to, like, narrow it down and focus on a couple of things.
Yeah, man. It's necessary, man. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, so I'm closing out. Like, can you tell us what, like, a week in your life is like Monday through Sunday, for real?
A week in my life. Sunday, my favorite day.
So start at Sunday.
Sunday fun day is my time I get to play. So as an adult, Sunday is like 2 days and 1 day for an adult. Like, you know how we used to look forward to the weekend and we like, yo, this weekend we gonna do whatever. Sunday is like your Saturday and your Sunday in 1 day. And you start from brunch and go ahead down to have a far you can make it. I'm tapped out by the time a day party come. I'm like, all right, look, I'm going back in the house. So yeah, as I had a ball on Sunday, I kind of take Monday time to recoup. That's why I wasn't able to make it last time. I was down bad, but
I was down bad too, yo.
Yeah, man. So Monday I kind of recharge, if I'm able to manage, normally Monday and Tuesdays are my inventory days. So that's whatever I'm planning to drop. I normally drop every week, so I'm prepping my releases Monday and Tuesday. So whatever I got to pick up or all that kind of stuff, I get all that done, tag it, bag it, put it in the store, put it online, send it out. I mean, not send it out, but set it up online, and I start promoting it from there. So for the most part, man, I'm running errands Wednesday through Thursday. Got some chill time between. I go to gym in between. Do adult like things, you know what I mean? So for the most part, I'll be chilling, man. My main focus, whatever I ain't doing, I get done during the week. I'm doing flyers, I'm doing planning for marketing and everything. So I got a lot of time on my hands. But for the most part, yeah, that's it, man. By Friday and Saturday, I'm looking forward to everything selling out. Whatever don't, we figure it out. We keep promoting it, you know what I mean? Whatever has been sitting there, rearrange that, you know what I mean? So it's a little process I started picking up on. Like, all right, this is gonna be my weekly thing, you know what I mean? So if it's a party, I might got a party coming up probably one of them days. In the summertime, I got Chasing Summer every Wednesday. So, well, I was doing every Wednesday, but I started doing once a month. So it was like one Sunday, then one Wednesday out the month. So it's different stuff. But yeah, that's my daily do.
And so do you want to shout out the event you throwing on the 29th?
It's a cool Halloween party. You know what I mean? I don't really be celebrating Halloween like that, but I thought it would be something fun for the people. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do something there at the Charles, Baltimore, Sunday, October 29th, 9 to 1 a.m. $500 cash prize for the best costume. So something cool and fun for the people, man, to keep them enjoying themselves and keep them smiling, enjoying their youth.
I'm gonna have to cut this out because our cash prize only 100.
Yeah, it's cool.
What? Yeah, no, I wanted to up it. So I think I seen A1 Beam talking about they talking about cash prize for the cops. He's probably talking about your party.
I look, man, I don't even want to say people be trying to do the same thing, but I know everybody else flyer came out at the mine, so I don't know how that worked out. I ain't gonna say they got it from me, but I seen a couple people with the same thing on their flyer, but I don't even get. Everybody got different crowds, so it's like it don't harm me in no way. You know, my events is for my crowd, and if that's what's getting everybody wants some money. Everybody needs some money right now in this recession. Yeah. So me being mindful of that, it's like, all right, well, cool, let's do this. You know what I mean? So I'm down for it. Salute to them people too, man.
You gonna pull up on Saturday to our Halloween party?
I'm gonna be actually out of town, man. I'm gonna be in DC. Okay. Yeah, my man had a Halloween party with something like alter ego, something he was saying. I don't know, but I'm pulling up for him. So I definitely would have though, honestly, man. I'll be moving around trying to support everybody, but that's my guy. I gotta show up for him. Yeah,
no, great minds think alike too, though.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know thing. Yeah, we gotta keep the people entertained, man. Especially in these times. You feel me?
Yeah.
Drink, enjoy yourself, keep floating.
Oh yeah. Shit. Anything else you want to leave them with that you ain't get off?
Oh man, I'm honored to be here. Very appreciative, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. I'm watching from afar. I'm watching from the bleachers. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying everybody's growth. I want the best for you guys, man. Thank you for having me. You know.
Nah, I appreciate you, yo.
Keep floating.
Florida's TV, keep floating. That might be the new one, man.
No
the
doubt.
New saying. And we out.